Early access is the reality for a lot of modern video games, and it's a useful tool when done right. The best early access games constantly make contact with the community and expand in ways that make good games even better. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, here's 10 early access games that have changed massively. Starting off with number 10, it's No Rest for the Wicked. After a year of early access, No Rest for the Wicked is expanded into a very different game. Originally, this action RPG was a straight-up single-player game. You could fight through enemies in a Dark Souls-inspired top-down combat situation. Sounds like a lot of video games already, but the devs have added a lot of overhauls, like a cooperative system that allows friends to work together and slay monsters in the same game. Working together with a team to fight through armies of monsters definitely pushes the game closer to Diablo territory, but the combat is a lot more involved here. And it isn't the only big change either. A constant drip of new weapons and enemies gives you a lot more options. There's entirely new enemy factions, new activities, hardcore mode, quests to complete, new zones, new hubs. The game has just been expanding tons. And it's not even close to done. Future updates plan PvP features. The Together update dropped early this year and brings in persistent shared realms, which is, that's big. It changes a lot. You don't have to mess around with summoning stones or whatever else. Kind of the type of thing you like to see on Steam. That doesn't even cover all the new music, the updated cutscenes, voices, quality of life improvements. In 1 year, No Rest for the Wicked has come a really long way, and it's going to go further. Something that goes further is the notification bell. We've had comments that some people are not getting all of our videos. Not that they don't know how to use the notification bell, sir, but that they aren't getting all of our videos. And a good way to remedy that is the notification bell, which is why we're asking. It's something that does us a huge solid. We appreciate it a ton, and we hope it helps you see some stuff you want to see. So thanks a lot for enabling notifications. Let's get back to the video. And number 9 is Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Probably gives the strongest Oblivion vibes we've seen, and that counts the Oblivion remake. Tainted Grail is a Bethesda-style action RPG at its core, with an Arthurian legend backdrop, and lots of first-person hacking and/or slashing. The game has gone through a lot of major changes since launch. First major update added about 10 to 20 hours of gameplay in the massive, don't ask me to say this correctly, Quanacht region. I'll ask the editor to put the spelling on the screen. I don't care how much you play the game, you can't say that when you see that. Anyway, they added that while revamping the starting zone and changing everything about the start of the game. The prologue was available at the early access launch, but since then there's been multiple acts. The story has gone through huge changes. We've got the most important change too, a third-person camera. You can't have a Bethesda-style RPG without being able to switch to janky third-person mode. Later updates, post-early access, added more quests, dungeons, and a transmog system, so all the stuff you'd expect from a really good early access game. It's an impressive feat that this game was completed at all. It looks really polished, and a lot of it is because it was early access, the devs going back and forth with the community. And number 8 is Enshrouded. This game hasn't been on early access as long as some of the other games on the list, but it's still rapidly changed in almost every way. The most visible changes are the new biomes like Albanev Summit and the new gear to customize your characters in this 16-player cooperative survival game. Building your castle is one of the most fun things you can do in Enshrouded, and all these updates go a really long way toward making the building side of this game just as rewarding as the killing side. The latest Thralls of Twilight update revamps every aspect of the gameplay within the Shroud. Everything's been overhauled, much sharper visual experience, there's new enemies, 100 plus new visual details all over the map. There's a fresh gem enhancement system that adds a lot more depth to the weapon crafting. Night even gets an overhaul. The night gameplay adds new rewards, so there's a reason to stay up late. Some plants will only bloom at night, unique enemy patrols spawn, and now there's special dungeons that can only be explored at night. All of these additions add layers and layers to an already complicated game. There's a reason this one has a steady stream of players on the Steam charts. At number 7, it's Satisfactory. I mean, Satisfactory is all in the name, right? Satisfactory. It's in the name. Sorry, I could not resist that. It's a game about building the most ludicrously complicated machines and watching them go. Perfectly designed for early access because there's always a new tier to reach or a new piece of equipment to construct. Some of the earlier patches added useful items for streamlining the factory or new ways for items to connect, which is important in this kind of fiddly game. One patch even added working ladders, something Bethesda still hasn't added to one of their games, but that's the small stuff. Later updates added new construction tiers. By harvesting the planet and building your Rube Goldberg factory contraption, you're able to reach tier 9 and finish a final product that ends the game. Yes, they added a final goal, but why end things when you can just expand your factory infinitely further with traversal items like the added zipline tool? Who doesn't want to zip all over your factory to fix glitches and streamline your processes? Satisfactory is overhauled, expanded, and just plain added a bunch of new stuff, and it makes it one of the most satisfying survival games on Steam. At number 6 is Schedule 1. This game has added more drugs and more danger to their fantasy dealer simulator. It's a game that's added new buildings around town, new drug types, cosmetics. The meaty big update added a whole rival cartel for your low-level criminal to deal with. That changes how you play, might I add, allowing you to work with the cartel or against it. There's special interactions like deals, robberies, ambushes, targeted thefts. Cartels can be a big problem for the player, and if you don't play nice, that adds more danger to the Enterprise. Exactly the kind of thing you would want to see more of in this game. Then there's new properties to purchase, cars, weapons, pump-action shotguns, for instance. Shrooms are the biggest product offshoot you can cultivate. Whole lot of new equipment, whole lot of new farming options, customers to deal with in different areas of the map. Schedule 1 is far from finished, but good things have come to those who wait. So wait more. And number 5 is Vampire Survivors, the little indie that could. A simple bullet heaven game that's essential for everyone who wants to just chill for like a 30-minute run. Vampire Survivors turns you into the boss character, a hero that dishes out an infinite array of crazy attacks while hordes of enemies attack you. The game started out simple. You had a big green grass map, and that was it. The future updates, though, added exploration to the game, and we love it. You can see how much this game has changed just by playing the Castlevania expansion, which adds a fully featured Castle Dracula to the game, including a map with keys to find and doors to unlock. Reaching every nook and cranny of the massive castles takes a lot of runs. Runs only last about 30 minutes, but any keys you find are permanent. Making incremental progress and reaching weird new layers of the map makes Vampire Survivors feel like the game it was always meant to be. It's simple, but with an attainable goal to reach, it keeps us playing even after we've defeated death itself. Number 4 is Ready or Not. Probably not the best title to launch a not ready for primetime game, but that's how it was when it launched in early access. This police simulation shooter started out as a terrorist hunt simulator you play with your friends, and was far from the SWAT 4 spiritual successor that it is today. The original release had no AI companions or even a story mode. There were maps to play on, but that was about it. The shooting was an improvement over older games, but the story and presentation were, severely lacking. Luckily, the developers realized that solo play is important and added complex AI, squad command systems.
Over there. On my way.
There's also a semi-permanent death system to the story where you need to do basic management with your SWAT team. Wounds need to be healed, stressed team members need time to rest, or you can send them into combat again, hoping they keep it together in incredibly stressful situations,
Lead, this is TOC. You failed your objective. Collect what you can, report to TOC for debrief.
The many, many new maps and the single-player editions turned Ready or Not into a must-play indie game for us.
Drop it and get down! Get on the ground, now!
Moving in.
Hands up, above your head!
Opening on the right. Come on, now! Hands up!
Police, hands up!
Move in, clear the room.
Hands up, do it now! Police, get your hands up!
Fall in.
On your six.
Provide support on me.
On you.
And number 3 is Look Outside, an odd game for our list because it was never officially released in early access, but this game is undeniably unfinished. The complete version of the game is the big 2.0 update, and the changes are massive. Like, let's just say this was unofficially an early access game, right? There's an entire alternate ending path with a secret mega sub-dungeon to explore. Like, think of it like the inverted castle in Symphony of the Night, but it's an inverted apartment made of meat. Almost every encounter was changed, updated, or improved. More party members were added. Talking monster vending machine. War-like landlord's apartment has working minigames. 2.0 is the feature-complete version. Everything before that is unofficial early access. There's too many surprises, weird secrets, and polished new dungeons to cover here in one small section of the video. We've beaten the drum for this game more than once. If you like weird horror RPGs, or just weird RPGs, like, you don't even really have to like the horror elements of it to like this game, I think. This is a game to check out. But yes, there are still updates incoming. And number 2 is Ultrakill. It keeps getting updates, and they keep being good updates. This roguelike is about shooting guns really, really fast. Yes, that's the premise. It's a game that started with a handful of biomes and ways to play and just kept updating years after years. We're up to layer 7 now, and there's still more layers. Each one has new layouts, enemies, obstacles, so each edition adds a lot to the game. It's a constant stream of updates that include updates to graphics, baking the lighting to improve performance, lots of secret levels, lots of stuff. It's a game that started with nothing, and now there's a mode called Sandbox, which is inspired by Gary's mod. It was so sparse at launch, didn't even have an easy mode until the 6th major patch. A year ago, the entire game was overhauled with remastered graphics to make the early layers feel as unique and distinct as the later ones. Ultrakill is a game that feels like it will never be finished, but players are kept on the hook with constant feeds and new high-quality shooter stuff for absolute sickos. And finally, at number 1, it is Valheim. It's the type of game early access exists for. You start your survival game with one biome, you slowly expand to other biomes, more weapons, bosses, quests, more ways to build your little buildings. These games are not meant to be beaten quickly. You're supposed to cut trees, build your base, move to a location, start again. Valheim, that's pretty much the best example of it. It's another game that's been in early access for over 5 years. You can see all that work very quickly. There's new biomes leading your warrior to increasingly difficult terrain that eventually requires new systems. There's the Mistlands, you got mushroom farming there, for instance. Same update, added a brand new magic system to the game. There's dozens of new customization options, building pieces, weapons, and clothing items. Cold biomes were always part of the game, but the Burning Ashlands add so much more. Burning Ash deals heat damage to players that are not protected, and lava flows through the biome. Fire can even spread from this biome to another. Areas like the Ashlands and the Plains are dangerous because they're packed with unique challenges, and the game is still introducing new mechanics. Late last year, the developers added an adrenaline mechanic that rewards you for perfect dodge rolls and perfect blocks, things that were also probably added way later. Trinkets are also here to buff your abilities for the first time, and bears make their big debut. It's another game that could keep getting updates for 5 or so more years, and we wouldn't be surprised. I do have a bonus for you, Besiege. Not the flashiest game on Steam, but an adorable destruction game. It churned out early access improvements and expanded. It was in early access for 5 years, and content keeps getting added. Mostly it's got more campaigns, new tools to build weird contraptions to destroy everything on screen. It's a brilliant little indie game that's still updating 10 years after release and worth a call out. That's all we've got for you today. Leave us a comment, let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. Join the 1% Club. Get the exclusive Falcon shows every Saturday. Thanks a ton. We'll see you next time right here on Game Ranks.